Martha Graham's quote, I love her quote that says, "The body never lies." And I say, but are we listening? That's what the practice is about, is cultivating the listening. So I start becoming aware of what is happening in my body, or what am I doing? What comes up? What am I blocking? What am I holding down? All of a sudden, suppressed feelings will emerge. And you'll have, people will want to run. Oh, I want to run from the tears. I want to run I want to run from that. And it's actually when one softens up and allows it to come through, that it moves out of the body, and there's something, you now have space for something new to come in. Pain is an inevitable part of life and growing. I think that suffering is primarily self-generated. It's not that we're doing it intentionally, it's that there's things that we're not aware of, that are not in the foreground, that we're doing, that are actually creating unnecessary suffering. And that could be anything from loneliness to physical injury to communication issues. So there's a broad scope of application that this kind of mind-body integration awareness practice provides.
Can you elaborate? I mean, for somebody who doesn't know what that means, right? For somebody who thinks they're very present and they don't think they have a block, how would that show up in their body?
It becomes apparent in every action, every behavior that they have, or interaction with the world around them reveals what is really going on. And that's shaping your entire life, because it comes through in absolutely everything you do. When you walk into a room, you're connected to the environment, and the environment is connected to you. And a lot of times people don't know what they're really doing. And I'll speak from my own experience. During my yoga training, my teacher said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm doing Warrior 3. She said, "Oh, okay, really? Well, why don't you take a look in the mirror?" I took a look in the mirror, and no judgment against, there's as many Warrior 3s as there are people in the world, so it's not that. The point of it was, the Warrior 3 I was doing was not the Warrior 3 I thought I was doing. My proprioception was inaccurate, and this got me...
Proprioception meaning like your understanding of your place in the space.
My place...
What you thought in your mind was not actually what was happening in your body.
Exactly. And so then I expanded on this thinking, because then there's another relationship to it, which draws very much from the Alexander technique, which is the inaccurate kinesthetic sense. So in space or in my body. But it's much deeper than that. This is where the thinking started to come in for me, applying it to, well, where else do I not actually know what I'm doing? Or do I think I'm doing one thing and I'm doing something else?
Right.
This brings me to stimulus and response. So often we are knee-jerk responding, and it's not actually accurate sensory stimulus that we're responding to. It's something that is like something from our past. This could be anything from the way a person plays tennis to the way you're relating to a partner or a colleague. You may have these triggers that are going off. So one of the big pieces in the practice is to separate, to have a stimulus, something that would be potentially loaded or triggering, if you will, and then realizing there's a space in there, and I don't have to just go in that direction. I can recondition my responses to be more accurate for the given stimulus. That's where it connects back to pain versus suffering. While it's a pain to have to do certain things, I can make it worse by clinching around myself. As we have muscular tension in our body, the body is feeding the mind, and there's this cycling back and forth that takes you in a direction. What this practice is about becoming aware of that, so that way you can get in there and make little tiny adjustments and send that direction in a way that you have a little bit more ease in your life. Physically, mentally, emotionally, changes your destiny, the whole you.